Welcome to the Ford BCS postgame show.
Well, a reminder to tune into SportsCenter right after the game on ESPN with Chris Fowler and the gang. They'll have full postgame coverage and more. Time to present the Crystal Trophy. Let's send you down now to John Saunders. John.
Brent, thank you very much. You can hear the fans cheering in the background, ready for this presentation once again. First, let's take Tom to congratulate the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame on a tremendous season. And also like to thank Discover, who was just a tremendous sponsor for this BCS championship. And now Bill Hancock joins me, the executive director of the BCS, to present the Coach's Trophy presented by Dr. Pepper, the coach Nick Saban.
Thank you, John. First, on behalf of the conferences who manage the BCS, I want to congratulate both of these teams for a great effort tonight and an outstanding regular season. And now it's my pleasure, representing the American Football Coaches Association, to present the Coach's Trophy presented by Dr. Pepper to Coach Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Coach Saban, you lift the trophy again for the third time in the last 4 years. And each time you've done it before, you wanted to take a moment to say thank you to the people who are cheering for you right now.
Well, you know, we have a great organization at the University of Alabama. Starts with our president, our chancellor, Mal Moore, our athletic director, all of our fans who have been very, very supportive. And these players here have done a fantastic job in terms of their commitment, their work ethic, the sacrifices that they've made, not only on the field and how they've represented the university, but we're really proud of the way they represent us off the field as well.
Dynasty is a word that gets thrown around a lot in the world of sports, but when you win 3 out of 4, I think it's safe to use that word. Did you expect that you could build this dynasty at Alabama?
Well, I think it's because of a lot of people that were able to do it. We have a tremendous amount of positive energy and enthusiasm with the supporters that we have. We've had a lot of great football players who have worked really hard, and we have a great coaching staff who has done a great job of developing our players. So because we have a great team, we've been able to have a significant amount of success.
You know, you would not let this team use that R word, the repeat. We at least let them use it for the rest of tonight?
Well, they repeat it, so they can talk about it however they want now. But, you know, it's a very, very difficult thing to do. And I think these guys should be commended because they were able to stay focused and overcome a lot of adversity and had a lot of resiliency to maintain the standard of excellence that they had to with the kind of teams that we had to play in the Southeastern Conference and a very fine Notre Dame team tonight. So I'm really proud that they kept the right mental disposition about what they needed to do to be successful in this season.
A lot of people watch your team and think they know a lot about it. What tell the folks watching right now that they don't know about Alabama football?
Well, I just tell you that these guys have great character. They have a tremendous work ethic. The mental and physical toughness that they've demonstrated in the way they play, I think is something special, and I think it's the key to our success.
Coach, congratulations again. 3rd in 4 years. Hang on to that one tight. It's time now to bring in the offensive MVP, Eddie Lacy. Come on in, big fella. I talked to Coach Saban before we handed out the trophy. He said he wasn't sure you'd be able to run the football on Notre Dame that easily. Were you surprised how easily you were able to carry the ball?
I mean, I was surprised, but the offensive line came out and they got great push and opened up big holes, and I was able to be successful running the ball.
Talk about what it means to be part of this program with that big grin on your face. You know what it's like to walk off with this championship trophy.
I mean, it's a good feeling. I mean, it's a great organization, man. The players, we come together as a family. You know, we with each other 24/7, and, you know, we just came out and did it.
All right, congratulations. Oh, I won't shake your hand. You don't want to drop the ball. C.J. Mosley, defensive player of the game. 8 tackles, 5 solo, 1 for loss. This defense just instilled its will right from the very first kick of this game.
That's just Alabama football. We pride ourselves on stopping the run, on third down, getting off the field, and as collective bargain, the team did perfect. We did well.
And you go back to last year and don't give up a point to LSU, and then the team comes this year and almost pitches a shutout game, give up a couple of touchdowns, but just the same, how much pride do you take in your defense each time you take that field?
We take great pride. We have team goals every time on defense, and we do our best every week, week in, week out, to complete those goals. So at the end of the day, we did what we have to do to get the win.
All right, congratulations to you. Congratulations to all of the fans of the Crimson Tide on yet another national championship, their 3rd in 4 years. Brent, back to you.
Thank you, John. And right now, let's go down to Heather Cox with Notre Dame coach Brian Kelly. Heather?
Coach, you just spent a lot of time in the locker room with your team. What were you able to tell them?
Well, first of all, we wanted to thank our seniors for what they've done in bringing this football program back, to the top echelon. And now we saw what everybody else now has to do. Now that they have helped this program develop to where it is now, we've got one more step. And we saw that tonight, that we're not there yet. Alabama showed us that in the way they played the game. So it's up to everybody else that's coming back to take the next step. They've left us in great shape, and now we've got to take that next step.
Coach, I know that the loss is fresh and the pain is fresh, but in a few days when you're able to really step back and gain some perspective, what will you take away from tonight?
Well, certainly the things that I just talked about, that we've closed the gap from where we were when I took this program over. Made great strides to put us in a position to go undefeated this year and rank #1 in the country. But we've got one more step left. And so when I step back from it, I'll know that we've got a lot of work left to do to get back here, because that's the goal, is to get back here and win a national championship.
Was there a certain turning point tonight where you thought to yourself, this is definitely not going the way that we hoped it would?
Yeah, when we tackling, obviously, both of those backs are outstanding backs, but, we had plenty of opportunities. We had guys in position to make plays, and we couldn't make the plays. And a lot of that has to do with Alabama, and they should get all the credit for it.
Coach, thanks so much for joining us, and congrats on an impressive season.
Thank you.
To the strange, sweet home, Alabama. The Tide rolls, and not only have they won 3 and 4, but how about the state of Alabama? In between, Auburn captured 1. And now the dominance of the SEC. There you can see Urban Meyer and Tim Tebow capturing a couple. Les Miles at LSU. And now dominance by Alabama, 3 of 4. And Cam Newton with that championship in 2010. So there's the center. And his quarterback had quite a night. 20 of 28 for 264 yards and 4 touchdowns. And I'm left thinking that the only time he was hit tonight was by his center. But it looks like they've kissed and made up. So, Herbie, your thoughts now as we wrap this season up, my friend?
All I can say is, for me, nothing but respect and admiration for watching Alabama win these championships. And the thing that I think people really need to embrace is how challenging it is for the coaches in college football today to be able to maintain this kind of effort and this kind of enthusiasm from a football program once they've already climbed the mountain once back in '09. For them to continue to get to this game and play the way they do is just a testament to Nick Saban, his program, and the way he operates.
Yeah, I can't wait for next year to see Chip Kelly returning to Oregon, what he can do, and how about the job Stanford did this year under David Shaw, winning the Rose Bowl. Then there's Ohio State. They'll be eligible to compete for a Big Ten title next year. Alabama, Herbie thinks they're going to be #1. I wouldn't disagree with that. The Tide is celebrating right now, and well, they should. Their 3rd BCS championship in 4 years. They dominated Notre Dame in the first half, led 28-0 at the half, then traded touchdowns with them in the second half and closed it out 42-14. Nick Saban said he'd allow himself 2 days, and then he'd get ready for Pasadena. Congratulations to Alabama, champions of the college football world. A remarkable season.